What's up?
Mm.
Oh,
Hello?
we're hello now.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
We finally.
Yo.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Did you guys hear the conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was chatting, man. He was chatting.
Did you guys agree with him that a prophet can say that they are the way, the truth, and the life, these titles of Allah?
That doesn't, no, we don't believe that you can say you're the truth. Just like you can't say you're Ar-Rahman, you can't say you're any of the attributes of Allah. You can have a portion of them,
Wait,
but
wait.
we don't believe that you said that.
Avery, can you open Quran chapter 37? I think verse 35.
All right.
Somewhere in that range.
37, 35.
بل جاء بالحق وصدق المرسلين.
37, 35.
Yes, I think it's 35. Just open it.
It says, "For when it was said to them, there is no God but God, they were ever waxing proud."
The next verse.
All right, 36. Saying, "What shall we forsake our gods for a poet possessed?"
30, 38, yes, 38, 37, 37.
37. No, indeed, but he brought the truth and confirmed the envoys.
So what you got from that?
He brought the truth. He brought the knowledge of Allah, which is the knowledge of Allah, correct?
Yes, you said that if we follow him, that means we're committing shirk, right?
No, I didn't say that. I said when he said to receive Allah's love, in order to receive Allah's love and forgiveness of your sins, you have to follow Muhammad. That the mercy and love and forgiveness of Allah is contingent on a creature. That's shirk. That's associating a partner with him.
How is that shirk?
Because you're associating a partner with Allah when it comes to his mercy and forgiveness and love.
So if you obey your parents, does that mean, if your parents say, oh, you have to obey your teacher, does that mean you have a partner with your parents?
You missed it. Can you maybe bring an analogy that's closer to what we were talking about?
Yeah, so if you have your parents and you have to obey your parents, right? And your parents tell you to obey your teacher at school. Mm-hmm. Does that mean that your parents now have a partner?
It means that your obedience is now tied, your obedience of the teacher is tied to your obedience to your parents, right?
No, it means that you following your parents, you following your instructions of your parents is tied with you following your teacher because they instructed you to do something. When they instruct you to do something, that means that you have to follow their instructions if you want to be obedient to them.
Yeah. So now, if your parents say, follow your teacher, obey your teacher, and only then will I love you and forgive you if you do something wrong. The teacher is now a partner in your parents' forgiveness and love, correct?
No, your parents' forgiveness and love is contingent upon you following the teacher, but the only reason you're doing it is in order to obey your parents. If your parents didn't tell you to do that, you would not do it.
So it's contingent on your relationship with the teacher, right?
Yeah, but that's not what a partner means.
That is what a partner is.
That's partner is
something that is something that is connected, associated with something. So when you say, Quran says, in order to receive Allah's love and forgiveness, you have to follow Muhammad. You have to follow Muhammad and love Muhammad. So Allah's love and forgiveness is contingent on you, on your relationship with Muhammad. It's contingent on a creature.
It's explained in chapter 53, in the first 3 verses.
So anyway, can any creature be named Al-Haq?
We just told you no, bro. No, you can't. Nobody has the attributes of Allah.
So Jesus, when he says he is al-Haq, he's claiming to be God, right?
We don't believe Jesus said that.
I know, but in our Bible, we do have these words.
Yeah.
And so according to this statement, he's claiming to be God, right?
I mean, but in Christianity, you don't have, I don't know if you have the 99 names of Allah. You don't have the names of Allah, so that does not apply to you.
I'm missing it.
If you're trying to apply Islamic theology into Christianity, then yes. But if you're applying Christianity, if you're looking at it from a strictly Christian view, you don't have the 99 names of Allah. You don't have the
who is the truth?
Allah is the truth.
Okay.
That's
so if Jesus claims to be the truth, who's he claiming to be?
I told you, if you're looking at it, if you're applying an Islamic lens to Christianity, which is kind of very not intelligent, but if you're doing that, then yes, he's claiming to be Allah.
Do you have a problem with this statement of Jesus? I am the truth. Do you have a problem with that statement?
As a Muslim, yes.
Why?
Because nobody in Islam can claim to be the truth, because that's one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So if Jesus were to claim to be the truth, what would he be claiming to be?
I don't know if you hear me, but I'm telling you, if you're looking at Christianity from an Islamic point of view, from an Islamic lens, then yes, he's claiming to be Allah. Okay.
Okay.
But as a Christian,
from your paradigm and mine. So from your paradigm, Jesus in the Bible claims to be God, correct?
If you're looking at it from an Islamic lens, yes.
Beautiful. Does everyone agree that Jesus claims to be God from the Bible, even according to y'all's own standard?
From an Islamic lens, why are you looking at Christianity from an Islamic lens? How does that make sense to anybody?
Well, because Allah's still in the titles of Jesus to show his divinity. So what I'm showing you is that when, as Muslims, when you guys say that Jesus never claimed to be God in the Bible, I'm showing you that from your own paradigm, from your own criteria.
Who said that? When did we ever say that,
Jesus are divine.
When did we say that?
Mo, you've never heard Christian or Muslims say that Jesus never claimed to be God in the Bible?
I'm saying you said, you're talking to us four up here. No, I didn't hear nobody say that.
Okay, let me just ask it. Since we're playing games of being this dishonest, this is why I don't bring you on, Mo. Seriously.
Yeah, some Muslims you say that's true.
Let me ask the Muslims here. Muslims, does Jesus claim to be God in the Bible?
Like here on the comments.
No, I'm talking to you guys right now.
God. Oh. Well, I haven't read it all, but I don't think so.
You said you don't think so?
No.
All right. What about that? Was one. Who was that? That spoke.
Yeah, that was me.
What's your name?
Jesus.
Yeah, Tarif.
All right. I need Alhamdulillah and I need Muhammad. Does Jesus in the Bible say that he's God?
Where he himself says, "I am God." I don't think I've seen it.
No, where he claims to be God, bro. He doesn't have to say the exact words, but he claims to be God.
I haven't seen it.
Well, does he?
If you want to pull up a verse, we can talk about it.
That's two no's. Muhammad, what about you? Does Jesus claim to be God in the Bible?
That was me speaking.
Yeah, I know. I'm asking the other one.
Oh, is another Muhammad? Oh, okay.
James.
I think that's all. Okay. So according to all of you guys, Jesus doesn't claim to be God in the Bible. Mo, but you probably think something different, huh? You say Jesus does claim to be God in the Bible. Is that correct?
Yeah. So from the research I've done, discussions I've had, I just don't think the Bible is authentic. That's why I don't. Even if there are some convincing arguments that Christians make that Jesus claims to be God in the Bible, and so I just say that the Bible is not authentic, and I just don't even delve into that.
All right, beautiful. So Mo, then you're a special case. You admit that Jesus claims to be God in the Bible. However, you just don't believe that those are the authentic words of Jesus. Now, For the others, got you. For the others, let me deal with them. So I'll put you on pause for a second, Mo. Let me deal with the others and see if they get this.
Okay.
Can anybody share any of the titles or names of Allah?
Like, how many do you want?
Yeah, they can.
They can.
Yeah.
If
Mo, do you agree?
Abdul, ask Abdul before the.
There's many people called Al Hakim, all that words.
You can Allah. There's even a hadith that Allah says that the sons of Adam have the attributes of Allah, but not the full attributes. So if Allah is the
Right.
most
So they don't
merciful,
have,
we are.
so they don't have the names of Allah. That's what I'm asking. Can any creature have the names of Allah? Have any of the names of Allah?
Yes, yes, partially,
They
not
can.
fully.
I didn't say partially because
Well-
does Allah have his name partially or does he have his full name?
Well, Allah
They-
has the
you
full
could-
name. We have it partially. It's
You
simple.
could be Abdul
Okay, so you
Rahim.
don't have the names of Allah.
No.
So I'm
without
asking, can
Abdul
anybody
Rahim.
have any of the names of Allah? Let's be serious and not play games.
No, you can't.
Does everybody agree that no, you cannot have the
what?
names of Allah?
Wait a
Nah,
minute.
you can. I think you can.
Wait a minute.
Like Abdul Rahman, Abdul Rahim.
Like Al Malik, the king. Anyone can call himself the king. Let them out.
Well, I believe we can have his names, but like not fully, not, because he's the most generous. But we can be generous. He's the most merciful, but we can be merciful.
Exactly.
Like,
So are
feel
you?
me?
So can you be called? Can you be called the most generous or the most merciful?
No, that's tied to Allah.
Thank you. So again, thank you so much. So these are names of Allah. Can anyone have the names of Allah that's a creature other than Allah?
See, okay, look,
You have names
this
like
is
Kareem.
something that you have to understand. It's something
Look how simple Islam is, guys.
Yo, Avery, you're not listening. I think you're being very, you know what I'm saying, very bro. Okay, so look, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his attributes, they're different than the human's attributes. But a human can be called the most merciful if it doesn't apply to in a divine way. Like, for example, I see somebody come and give me money. I could say, bro, you're the most generous. You could say it as that way if you don't mean it in that way. Even in the Quran, what's it called? Some of the there's people in the Quran that are given titles that only apply to Allah, but then you have to look at the context, and the context will tell you if it's divine or not. For example, the queen and Surah Saba, as the queen of Saba in the Quran, it says that she had everything, but obviously that's something that only applies to Allah, someone that has everything. But you look at the context, it's gonna be she has everything that befits a queen. So if you look at the context, you can have the name itself. The context is what it actually depends on.
All right. So according to you, you can have the name, one of the names of Allah in a
Avery.
particular context.
Avery.
You agree with them, Ahmed?
Actually, no. He probably made a bit of a mistake, but would you like me to tell you this?
Go ahead, talk to me.
And it's okay. Anyone can make mistakes. Now, if you want to say, oh, Jesus claimed to be the truth, and Allah and the Quran is the truth, do you know that we also say the Quran is the truth or Islam is the truth? Does this make it also God, according to you?
Why is Islam the truth?
What? What are you talking? We're
That's not what he
discussing
was
about.
asking, bro.
You're saying why is Jesus called? He claimed to be the truth, and Allah and the Quran is claiming the truth. You're saying this would prove Jesus God. But if we say the Quran is the truth,
Is Islam or the Quran a person?
Islam being a truth is not an attribute. Is basically like
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a person to be the truth. That's not what he's asking.
Is Islam? That's not what I asked you. Is Islam or is the Quran a person?
Why does it matter if the person? Doesn't
no.
Well,
Being the
why
truth
does that
does not mean you're the God.
Okay. So I asked you, can any creature have any of the names of Allah?
Yeah, you said
Obviously,
creature, you
according
didn't
to your
say any
Bible,
person.
what a creature does.
A creature does. So is that shirk or is that a
Is
title
the
of
truth
God?
the name of God? Is the truth the name of God?
That's for you to answer.
It's not actually the truth. Yes, God is called the truth, but just because God is called the truth and someone else claims to be doesn't make it the thing at all.
I got you. Just because someone else, like for example, if someone else claimed to be God, it doesn't automatically make them God. They're just claiming to be God, right?
But it
Doesn't
depends
make
on the name. You claim Jesus because Jesus claims to be the
So,
truth.
just really quick though. Just really quick.
Sure, go ahead.
So let me ask you, because since you're new here,
Sure.
does Jesus in the Bible claim to be God?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. So when Jesus claims to be the truth, which is a title for God, is the truth Allah?
It actually isn't.
That's one of God's names alone, correct?
Correct, but that doesn't apply to you being actually God. For example,
I got you. No, brother.
I'm giving you an example, Avery. I gave you an example. Now look, I'm just hold up. Now look, God is basically called the King of Kings. Is that right? According to Bible and Quran, right?
Where in the Quran is Allah called the King of Kings?
Malik al-Mulk. Malik
Malik
al-Mulk.
al-Mulk.
والله الأول والآخر
He's
الله.
just called the king in the Quran.
Kings.
حديد I believe
Now,
سورة
Or
الحديد.
King of Kings.
now, basically, when we look at Ezra 7:12 to 13,
Wait.
named
Nobody
Ak-
answered my. I'm. Why are you trying to
no.
skip over?
We're referencing Avery. We're
I told
referencing
no.
Avery.
He's called
Hold
Malik
up. We're
al-Mulk. Malik
referencing to
al-Mulk
show you
means
that the name of God does not make you
Slow
God.
down.
Okay.
Can someone tell me where the Quran says that Allah is the King of Kings?
Sure. Let me try.
It only says the king in the Quran. It doesn't say king of
Man,
kings.
which face was that? Malik al-Mulk.
Okay.
Last time I
It's
checked, Allah is the person who calls the King
Quran
of Kings,
chapter
right?
326.
326, King of Kings, 326.
I think so. I don't know.
All right. Well, there's only one way to check. Let's check it. Let's see if it's
Let's
there.
check. So I just basically got that. Let's check. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
It calls him. It says, "Say, O God, Master of the Kingdom."
Malik
Doesn't
al-Mulk,
call
man,
him
master of the
king.
kingdom.
So it calls him the Master of the Kingdom. What about the title King of Kings?
Probably right.
No, you have to look at the actual translation. Your translation is a little bit off. The word Malik al-Mulk means the owner of all kings, or the king of all kings.
Which one is it? Because I know owner and king are two different words, right?
Well, the direct translation Malik is
And it
owner.
says of the kingdom. Hold on,
Al-Mulk
let me
is
there here.
Al-Mulk is kingdom. So owner of all kingdom.
Exactly.
Okay, so owner of the kingdom or dominion. Here it's saying
Now,
dominion,
here's the
kingdom.
thing, Avery.
Word.
Here's the thing. Ezra
Yeah, but it says owner.
7:12. And Ezra
So it's not.
7:12.
Hold on, pause here. Pause here. I know you're trying to run from this.
I'm
Where
not
does it say
running,
that he's
bro.
the king of kings? Because that's what I asked. Not the owner of the kingdom. I need
What does
to
king
see.
of king mean? What does kingdom? What does king of king mean? What does
I
that
need
mean?
to see the title King of Kings.
Because
Because wait, so are you guys saying that
It's the
Allah
same
is the
meaning.
King of Kings?
Yes.
You're saying that Allah is the King of Kings.
Yes.
Yep.
Does everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I
Allah is the King of
unfortunately
Kings. Give me
have
1 second.
limited speech.
I think I've seen something before.
What is that?
Hold on. Let me see something.
Let's see.
Why don't you try
Okay.
Quran chapter 23, verse 116? Try that.
That's good. That's good enough. You guys said that Allah is the King of Kings. I wanted to show you
Now,
guys something.
okay.
But if you're gonna say
Man,
Jesus is the King of
that's
Kings, that's the same point you've been making this whole time.
Nope, I just wanted to show you guys this. You guys see this? I did.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
It says the most awful name in Allah's sight is the King of Kings.
You know why?
For a
Because
man
that's
to call
Allah's name.
himself that.
Yeah, exactly.
But it says that this is the most awful of names.
The name as in something you
I
name
think if a
yourself.
man called himself.
Because that's one of the names of Allah. You can't do that.
So this is one of the things that someone can't identify themselves as, or else they'll be committing shirk and blasphemy because they're claiming to be God or something.
Yeah, this
Yep.
type of name would be the King of Kings.
This hadith proves our point. I don't know why you brought this up.
Well, no, so this is again when Allah says that this is one of the most
Now,
horrible,
basically, here's the thing.
What is this,
This
awful?
type of name of God would mean your
this is
God.
the most awful name, the most awful title. You guys are saying that Allah applies it to Himself.
The most
I haven't
awful
seen
for
it
a
in
man.
Quran.
Call himself that, man. Read the whole hadith.
Right.
Please.
So
Yes.
when Jesus says that He's the King of Kings in the Bible, is
Where?
He claiming to be God?
Where?
Bro, why are you going in circles?
No, I'm just
Where
asking.
does
Is
he
He
say
claiming
that?
to be God?
Where does he
Where
say
does he
I'm
say
the King
that?
of Kings?
No, asking me where. Just hold on a second. If Jesus claimed to be the King of Kings Is he claiming to be God?
No, Avery, you're running from the point. You address what Ahmed was just talking to
No,
you about.
I'm not running from the point. I'm actually addressing the point here.
You're
If
not.
Jesus
What are you
claimed to be
addressing?
the King of Kings, answer the question.
Where?
If
Where?
Jesus claimed to be
No.
the King of Kings, is he
Where
claiming to
did
be
he
God?
claim it?
Avery, you cut off Ahmed's
Just
whole
answer
point.
the
Ahmed was just
question and
trying
I'll
to tell
show
you.
you where. Hold on,
Yo,
Mo.
listen, wait. Before
Well,
that,
listen, since he's a
Ahmed
prophet, I don't
Ahmed
think
had a
he
train
Hold
of
on.
can
thought.
claim that.
He was trying to
That
finish.
claim.
Let Ahmed finish.
Hold
Where
on.
he
Ahmed
claims
was
to be
like,
King
If
of Kings.
Jesus says that he's the King of Kings, is he claiming to be God? Yes or no?
oh my god. We just, well, Avery, you're running.
I can't hear anybody answering the question.
Yeah, he would be. He would be
Oh my
claiming
goodness,
Yes,
bro.
I'm saying yes. Now, where does he mention that?
Does everybody
It depends
agree
on-
that it's a yes? That if Jesus says he's the King of Kings, that he's claiming to be
Yes.
God?
But I just told you that the Bible is not an authority, bro. Answer what Ahmed was
Nobody
talking
asked
Can
about.
you
you.
show me where
Nobody
it
asked you what
says?
the
Maybe I want to
authority is.
see, because this will be a trap, of
Because
course.
remember,
Can you tell me where it is?
Mo, remember, we're dealing with these people who said that Jesus didn't claim to be God in the Bible.
Now show
So
me
all
where
of
he
this,
said I'm the King of
I'm
Kings.
showing
Can you or no?
the title of this is why did Allah steal from Jesus?
Avery, the
I'm
question is
showing you
why
Who
did
said
guys.
he stole
why are you
from
cutting
Let me
Jesus?
Ahmed off?
finish.
Let him
Let me
finish.
finish.
Okay, continue.
I'm
Continue.
showing you guys that your God, that according to your paradigm, according to your own standard, Jesus in the Bible claims to be God all over the place. Okay? So let me show you this really quick because he asked where.
Show us, please.
Yeah,
Ahmed, why are you letting him run, bro? You had your own train of thought and you're letting him go on a tangent, bro.
Nah, I basically
Yeah,
wanted to
bro,
go
listen
easy
to
on
Coach
people.
Mo.
Because in debates, you got to go easier.
Listen to Coach Mo. Listen to Coach Mo.
Okay,
Sure.
if you want to listen, then stop running. Answer his question.
Where did
Exactly,
Jesus
man.
say I'm
Stop
the King
running,
of
man.
Kings?
Stop running, man.
Okay, no need to be picking on each other.
I agree, man. Be nice, Mo.
Yeah.
You are the coach, by the way. You're the coach. You got to be nice, man. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Stole Jesus. That's weird.
Here we go, fellas.
Okay.
So we got here Revelation chapter 17, verse 14. That's the verse we're going to look at.
Revelations.
That's how Jesus
Revelation
speaking,
chapter. It's
though.
on the screen. It's
I
on the
see.
That's how
screen.
I'm speaking.
I see.
They
Continue,
will
Avery.
make war on the Lamb, and the Lamb will conquer them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings.
So
And
is
Okay.
those
Jesus
with
speaking here?
him are
Who's
called
speaking?
and chosen and faithful. All of this is a revelation from God. All of this is.
Okay.
But who's speaking?
Bro, it's not
Now,
Jesus speaking.
John is
Avery, there's
giving
an
you the
issue here.
revelation of God.
Here's the thing. Do you know what Revelations is based off?
What is it based off of?
Somebody's dream, you know.
Wait. Are you saying that dreams and visions can't convey revelation?
You know, dreams can come from demons, you know.
Oh.
Can they come from God?
They
They
can,
can.
but at this type of rate, it would be probably from demons. So we can't convey
Right.
which dreams can be
Right.
from them.
Wait, according to your Quran, dreams contain prophecy and revelation. According to your Hadith, dreams and visions
But not
contain
all of them.
prophecy.
Not
By
all of
the
not
them.
way,
all of them,
this isn't a
How
dream.
come
just
some
to let you know.
theologians say dreams can be from demons? Some theologians agree with that.
This isn't a dream, by the way. So nice try. So according to this revelation,
I'm just saying.
it says here, it says that the Lamb, that Jesus, who is the Lamb, that he's
Okay.
the King of Kings. So it says
Is
that
this
he's
Wait,
Jesus
God.
claiming
where
Who's
that?
did
speaking?
Revelation
Who's
come from
speaking?
then?
He's
Is this
speaking. It's not
Jesus?
Jesus.
This is
Is
a
this
revelation
Jesus
from
claiming?
God.
Is this Jesus
No,
claiming that?
how did it get to John?
So this is John giving you the revelation of God
No, but how did he get it?
From a
through
dream?
Jesus.
No, from a dream.
No, it's a
From
vision,
an angel,
actually.
from an angel, right?
This is a dream, my friend.
It's
If I
through
had a dream,
Jesus and an angel.
Is
Okay,
this?
it can't
So
be
I
is,
have a
from an
question.
Can we
angel
is
just read the
anybody
whole
going to
chapter,
answer the
please?
question?
yeah.
I
Guys,
have a
guys,
question.
guys,
I have a
guys.
question. I have a question.
Stop.
Everyone, let him talk. Let
It
him talk.
says here that the Lamb is the King of Kings. So
Well, it
according to
doesn't
this,
Okay.
matter.
the Lamb is God, correct?
Can I speak with you or something? Just let me ask you a
Answer
question.
the question. The Lamb is
Yeah,
God
Okay.
according to this
according
verse,
to John.
correct?
What is it
according to
saying
John.
again?
So according to the Bible, according to this verse, the Lamb is God, correct?
Yeah.
Bro,
I
no.
see what the verse is saying.
I heard a yes. Can I get some more?
Yeah, if you want to know,
Can you answer my question?
I'm trying to
now?
pull this verse up in my Bible. Is this in the
all I
Quran?
need for everybody that has a voice, that has a mouth, is to answer the question.
Avery, now
Sure.
listen. You
Can
said
I
you're
put-
gonna give
one
us
second.
a
Do you mind if I say something, brother?
everyone, wait, let me speak with him. Avery, you told us from the beginning you're gonna give us a verse where Jesus directly says
Who's
to himself,
talking? Who's talking?
I'm the King of
Who's
Kings.
talking?
Now
Who's
you're
talking?
hold up. Now
Who's
second,
talking?
it's me.
Who's me?
Bro, who's me? What are you talking about?
There's 5 of you guys up here, man. Who's the one talking?
It's okay, the one with the 100.
Oh, Ahmed.
Now look,
Ahmed,
again.
stop waffling
Again.
and answer the question.
I'm answering it. What are you talking about?
According to this verse, is Jesus God?
Is this Jesus claiming to be?
Okay, so you're out. Let's bring up somebody else who can answer the question.
I want to know when did Jesus conquer the wars?
According to this verse, Jesus is God, correct?
I just told you that it depends on the context, because like I said, people can have the name.
Jesus is God, correct?
I told you it depends on the context.
Okay, so you can't answer the question, so you're out too.
So,
Tariq,
can you open the whole
according to this
chapter,
verse,
please?
Jesus is God, correct?
Yeah, according to John.
Wait,
Good. We got an honest
can we read
yes.
the whole chapter, please?
Next, who's this? Is Shahid?
But the Lamb is the king of king in the animal. Yes, but the Lamb is the king of king in the animal kingdom. Not. Hello, can you hear me?
No, not you. Not Shahid.
Avery. Can you please open the whole chapter from the start?
Hold on a second. I don't need to do that. The King of Kings. The King of Kings. Who's the King of Kings according to your theology?
God.
All right. So if someone else is identified as the King of Kings, that means that they're saying that this person is God, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So according to this verse, it says that the Lamb, who is Jesus, is the King of Kings. So that means that Jesus, according to this verse, is God, right?
Yeah.
Thank you for the one yes. I need another. I need more because there's 4 of you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. I heard 1 yes. I need the rest.
That's a good question.
Come on, guys. It's not
It's a
that
simple
hard.
question. According to this verse, yeah, he will be God.
Thank you. That's 2. I need 2 more yeses.
Nah, it's the same person, just me again. It's Tarif again.
Oh, Tarif said yes. Did anybody else say yes?
Well, yes. But it seems too ambiguous, if you ask me.
What's ambiguous about it? It says that the Lamb is the Lord of Lords and King of Kings. It's Jesus.
How do you know it's referring to Jesus?
Jesus is the Lamb of God.
Yeah, that's his name in the Bible.
Yeah.
Well, then, yes.
Beautiful. What about you, Omar? I need you. Omar, you there?
But can you please answer my request? Maybe read the whole chapter?
All right, so you want to go through the whole chapter? Sure.
Yep.
Go ahead, it's right here. You want to read it out loud?
I'm reading. One of the 7 angels who had the 7 bowls came to me and said, "Come, I will show you the judgment of the great prostitute who is seated on many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed sexual immorality, and with the wine of whose sexual immorality and the dwellers of the earth have become drunk. And he carried me away in the spirit in the wilderness." Yes.
Yo, Avery.
Hmm.
Can you talk about Deuteronomy 18:15? Because I saw you talk about it in the last video.
Sure.
Go
Yeah,
down.
so you said it had to be from the Israelites. Where do you get that from? From the word brothers?
From verse 15, where it says, from among you, from among your brothers.
Yeah, it says brothers. So because it says brothers, do you think it has to be
It
Israelites?
says from among you. It says from among you, from your midst, and from your brothers. It says two phrases: from among you, from your midst, and from among your brothers.
What does it mean by brothers?
Israelites.
Have you read Deuteronomy 23:7?
Yeah.
What does it say?
What does it say? I don't memorize every single verse.
It says the Edomites are your brothers. So it can be another ethnicity. It doesn't have to be Israelite.
When the phrase is used from among their brothers, it's always talking about an Israelite. Yes, Israelites have relations with other nations like Edomites, for example,
And Ishmaelites.
or even Ishmaelites. Yes, they have relations with these people. But whenever the phrase in Deuteronomy is used from your midst or from among you or from among your brothers, that's always referring to an Israelite. Always.
So why wouldn't just say a tribe of an Israelite tribe or something?
Yeah.
Like a root from Judah, like Isaiah says, stuff like that.
Well, that's a little different, but you kind of get it. You get it. So the
I
prophet like Moses will be coming from an Israelite tribe.
It doesn't say that though. That's the thing. I feel like talking about the Ishmaelites because they're their brothers, your brothers, and for Edomites, your brothers. You get what I mean?
You missed it. I'll say it again. The phrase "from among your brothers" in Deuteronomy always refers to always refers to the Israelites. It's never any difference. Let me just give you
an example.
What's the verse in Deuteronomy?
18:15.
The verse.
If we go to, like, for example, let's go to the previous chapter. Uses the phrase, it tells us what "from among your brothers" means. Watch. When you come to the land, hold on, is it on screen? It's not on screen. Sorry, here it is. This is Deuteronomy 17, the chapter before. It says, when you come to the land that the Lord your God is giving you, and you possess it and dwell in it, and then say, I will set a king over me, like all the nations that are around me. You may indeed set a king over you, whom the Lord your God will choose. One from among your brothers you shall set as king over you. You may not put a foreigner over you who is not your brother. Okay? So from among your brothers literally means an Israelite, specifically. Cannot be a foreigner.
I see where you come from.
So that's what I'm saying, man. Yes, the Israelites, they have relations with other nations, but
and they call them brothers,
from
right?
among their brothers, that always means an Israelite.
It also says their brothers, the other verse. So
well, it says from among their brothers. So look, if we go to, even when it says this in the same chapter, Deuteronomy 18, same chapter, it says this about the Israelites. Look, the Levitical priests, all the tribe of Levi, so this is an Israelite tribe, shall have no portion or inheritance with Israel. Even though they're part of Israel, it still says, it makes a distinction between them and Israel, although they're part of Israel. Okay? It says, they shall eat the Lord's food offerings as their inheritance. They shall have no inheritance among their brothers. The Lord is their inheritance as he promised them. So among their brothers means Israel. You see it?
yeah, I see it.
Yeah, we see it.
But it can also mean other nations. That's the thing. Because
It can't.
Deuteronomy.
It can't.
Yeah, the other verse has to specify.
Is
it's not
Ishmael a
foreigner.
part of the Israel tribe?
No,
he's
Ishmael
not.
is not.
No?
No.
Well,
Ishmael comes before Israel. He's older.
That's his uncle.
Yeah. So the prophet like Moses described in Deuteronomy 18 verse 15 and down, is an Israelite from among you, from your brothers.
So who do you think that prophet is?
It's Jesus.
Yeah, it's Jesus.
So why would Moses refer to Jesus as just a prophet, though, according to you guys?
He doesn't refer to him as just a prophet. He doesn't say he's just a prophet. He
said
says he is a prophet.
Why would he not say God is coming? Why would he not say God?
He doesn't have
just
to.
like Moses.
I have to. Yeah.
He doesn't have to do that.
Why wouldn't he? Since the Jews rejected him based on that.
You know, the Jews don't reject him based on this, man.
No, if Moses said God's coming to you from the tribe of Judah, of course they would have accepted him easily. Do you get what I mean?
Say that again.
If Moses said a man's coming to you and God's coming to you in the form of a man from Judah, the Israelites would have easily accepted him.
No, they wouldn't. They didn't. I mean, the other prophet said that God.
Moses didn't say that. That's why.
Yeah, look, the other prophet said that God was coming from Judah. Look, from Bethlehem specifically.
Did Moses say that? I'm talking about Moses.
Moses, not that I know of, said that particularly, explicitly, but other prophets did.
Moses is like the main man for the Jews. That's why.
Well, he's not. You have many prophets. He's a major one, though. But
No,
who cares?
Moses is the most important.
Yeah, if this revelation is in the prophets, it's in the prophets. They said it. Look.
But the Torah is highlighted for a reason. That's what I'm saying. In the Quran, everything.
Look here, man.
I can't see. Please zoom in, please.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Hold on.
Micah? I don't even know Micah.
Is it zoomed in? You guys don't know. You guys don't know the prophet Micah, huh?
I don't really know.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, man. If y'all were connected with the previous prophets, man, you know who Micah is, man. Y'all don't even know the prophets, man.
I know my prophets.
Well, look,
Isn't Micah like a minor prophet?
Yeah, he's considered a minor prophet. Yep, good stuff. So it says, but as for you, Bethlehem Ephrathah, too little to be among the clans of Judah, from you one will go forth for me to be ruler in Israel. His going forth are from long ago, from the days of eternity. See, it says here that the person, the ruler of Israel, that's going to be coming out of Judah, is from eternity. He has no beginning, no end. He's always been.
But Judah had the beginning itself, though, so that don't make sense.
No. The
Judah,
days of
the tribe.
eternity, from the days of eternity, bro.
Oh,
That means like forever.
But you said from the beginning.
Let's not like, let's not be like stubborn. It's like clear, bro.
I'm just saying, like, chill, bro.
I won't be stubborn, but can I ask you? How did the church fathers interpret this verse?
I don't have any particular quotes on me on hand, but if you want, that they all, I'm pretty sure they all interpret it as being Jesus. If you want some actual quotes, I'm pretty sure some brothers can give you some quotes in the comments.
All right.
It's okay.
Yeah, hey, Scott, Black Doctor, if y'all are here, man, if y'all got some, yeah, man. All right, so I got to kick somebody, not you guys can stay, but I'm going to kick somebody who's in the, let's see here.
Avery, what do you think about Daniel 7:25? You say it's about Jesus being a false prophet.
You guys are here asking random
What you think about
questions. Hey, Black Doctor, click the link right now. Click the link right now. You gotta hurry up. Anyway, so you guys see how even the prophet said that God is going to be coming from Judah, from everlasting.
Yeah. Like according to your Bible, yeah.
Yeah, according to the Bible.
Yeah. Not denying it.
Ben, you gotta go. So you guys see that we're not just making this up. We're not just coming out of nowhere, so just making these type of claims. What up, BD?
What is up, y'all?
Yo,
You got some like
yeah. All we have to do is just look at some of the best places to look at, which is a place that you guys could look is the earlychristiancommentary.com, which has passages from Justin Martyr and other places like that. So here, Justin Martyr speaks of this. He is one of the earliest quotations of Micah 5:2, and he says this. This is in his first apology, the place of Christ's birth foretold. And hear what part of earth he was to be born in, as another prophet, Micah, foretold. He spoke thus, and thou, Bethlehem, the land of Judah, art thou not the least among the princes of Judah? For out of thee shall come forth a governor who shall feed my people. Now there is a village in the land of the Jews, 35 stadia from Jerusalem, in which Jesus was born, as you can ascertain also from the registers of taxing made under Cyrenius, your first procurator in Judea. Then it says, he proves, later on in his dialogue with Trypho, he proves that Jesus is worshipped. He says, now this King Herod, at the time of when the Magi came to him from Arabia, they said that they knew from a star which appeared in the heavens that a king had been born in your country, and that they had come to worship him. Learn from the elders of your people that it had thus written regarding Bethlehem in the prophet, and he quotes Micah 5:2. Accordingly, the Magi from Arabia came to Bethlehem and worshipped the child, and presented him with gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh, but returned not to Herod.
Excuse me, can you repeat it once again?
Yeah. This is the dialogue with Trypho.
Yes.
And he says, he quotes Micah 5:2, thus regarding Bethlehem in the prophet Micah, and thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art by no means least among the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall go forth the leader who shall feed my people. Accordingly, the Magi from Arabia came to Bethlehem and worshipped the child, and presented him with gifts, gold, and frankincense, and myrrh, but returned not to Herod, being warned in a revelation after worshipping the child in Bethlehem. So he's talking to Trypho, the Jew.
Yeah.
So we could go to people like Tertullian, Origin.
They weren't from Arabia, though. They're from Persia, I think.
It's not just from one place. It's from a multitude of places. The Magi are wise.
Maggie means Zoroastrian.
So yeah, it's from a multitude of places, not just Persia. Because even those Persians were reading Micah and Daniel because they were found in Aramaic. They were written in Aramaic. But we could go to Tertullian, we could go to Cyprian, we could even go to the Proto-Evangelium of James and Pseudo-Matthew. So all of these interpret Micah 5:2 in relation to Jesus, the Messiah.
Was Jesus even from Judah, though? I swear his mom was a Levite.
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
He was from Bethlehem, which is in Judah.
But isn't he a cousin of John, who's a Levite?
He's the cousin of John, who's a Levite. That's in relation to his father, not particularly his wife Elizabeth. Elizabeth is the relative of Mary, who is from Judah. Mary,
is there any proof that Mary's father is Judah?
Mary's father, like biological father. Right.
It's just gonna go on an endless rabbit trail.
I agree.
Yeah, the point is the case. The point is still made that Micah 5:2 has been interpreted unanimously by the early fathers as referring to Jesus.
I accept that.
So you guys see that we're not making this up. We don't just come from corrupted scripture that, Jesus is God. We're making this up, 400 years after Jesus and after the disciples and yada, yada, yada. No, this stuff existed before Jesus was born in the flesh. that the Messiah, the ruler of Israel, was God by nature. Who was coming down.
Tertullian lived like in the 2nd century, right?
Yes.
All right.
He most likely died in the year 200.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that.
Mm-hmm.
So these are things, guys. And Black Doctor, you got time? You can stay.
Yeah, I can stay.
These are things that when we're talking about the divinity of Christ, these are things, bro, that exist in our Bible that we see, that Allah says about himself in the Quran. And so it's crazy to us as Christians when Muslims come and say, even in your Bible, Jesus doesn't claim to be God, or it doesn't teach that Jesus is God, when we see that the things that Allah says about himself that shows his divinity, Jesus says about himself. So we're like, why are Muslims being inconsistent here? Maybe not. Maybe you guys might be a different group, but you guys understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, because you know the Bible, it says God can't be a man. That's why. That's one argument.
Why? Why can't God take on flesh?
With Ezra 7:12.
Ezekiel 28:2. It says, "You're a man, not a god."
Says what?
You're a man, not a god. So saying him being a man makes him not a god.
When did Ezekiel 2 come? Did it come before the birth of
Ezekiel
Jesus or
28:2.
after?
Yeah, before.
That's before the birth of Jesus?
Yeah.
Avery, let's just read the first 3 verses to know who Ezekiel is talking to.
Yeah, I know he wasn't talking about Jesus, but he's saying man.
I'm just hold on. But we're getting.
I didn't even hear it. My connection is so bad. My connection is so bad I couldn't even hear.
I never said he was talking to Jesus.
But go ahead, Black Doctor.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take it, because it says, "The word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, say to the prince of Tyre, thus says the Lord God, because your heart is proud, and you have said, I am a god. I sit in the seat of the gods, in the heart of the seas. Yet you are but a man, and no God. Though you make your heart like the heart of a god, you are indeed wiser than Daniel. No secret is hidden from you. Your wisdom and your understanding you have made for yourself." So this man is claiming to be God when in reality he's not.
But he's saying you're a man. That's why you're not a god, right?
So again, but this your implication is not actually exegeted from the text. It is an implication placed onto the text. For example, we just saw in Micah where God prophesies that in Judah God will come in a place called Bethlehem. So according to Christians only, though. So are you saying that God told a major prophet something that he contradicts in a minor prophet? Are you saying that God lied through the prophets? Or are you just not actually reading the text correctly?
But why does it mention him being a man, though? What's the point of that?
Because it's referring to his stature. He's trying to elevate himself while God is diminishing his stature.
But God is not a man, right?
But it does not say that God can never become a man, like you argued. You specifically said, did you not, that Ezekiel 28:2 says that God cannot become a man? Is that not what you said?
God is not a man.
No, that's not what you said. You said God can't be a man.
Yeah, you said God can be a man, to be fair.
Exactly. Yeah. So the very text that you went to does not say that.
But says a man can't be God.
We have already provided verses to the contrary. If you want, we can provide you more. Would you like that?
But let me ask this: how come the Jews never took the verse of Micah to be about Jesus?
What do you mean? Who were the first Christians?
Scripture as well.
It's another rabbit trail, another deflection.
Agreed. So again, the earliest Christians were Jews. They interpreted it that way. They accepted it that way. This is why we have the apostolic tradition in the church fathers, because they learned from the very apostles themselves. Now I'm going to ask the question again. Would you like me to provide more passages where God promises to come down as a man. Would you like us to do that?
Not needed.
Well, yeah, you can do that, but can
If
it
you want to.
be like a bit more obvious?
Yeah, go to Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14.
The coming of the Lord, right? That verse.
What? No.
Chapter 7, verse 14.
Yes. You know that Jesus is you and I both agree that Jesus is virgin born, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you believe that that was prophesied?
Yeah. Like
Just before we go to this passage, where do you think it's
Dan McLean
prophesied?
don't speak about this.
the Torah. In the Torah.
He says that it's a mistranslation.
Yeah, the Jews say it's a mistranslation, according to them.
Pardon me, what now?
Do you
The
know
Jews say it's a
Dan McLean?
mistranslation.
Well, it's not. It's not. If the quote unquote Jews are saying it, then they're misrepresenting their own text, because the Jews actually quote not only from this passage, but they translated the passage in relation to the Greek Septuagint. Greeks didn't translate the Greek Septuagint. The Jews did. So we're going to read it. It says, "Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and you shall call his name Emmanuel." So again, the text says that a virgin shall conceive and bear a son. It's a virgin birth, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
agree.
it says, "And you shall call his name, or his character shall be." That's how the Jews put, "and his name shall be called Emmanuel." Do you know what Emmanuel means?
God with us.
It means God
Yeah.
with us.
God with
Good.
us.
Very good. So the text says that a virgin will give birth, and that child born to us, that son born to us, will be God with us. He will be God with us. But let's not stop there. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 9.
6, verse 6.
Very good. You guys have heard these before.
Absolutely.
So, can you read Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6 for me?
Well, I can't leave the website because I'll be muted.
That's okay. I'll do it. "For to us a child is born, and to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father," or Father of Eternity, "Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and of peace there will be no end, on the throne of David and over his kingdom, to establish it and uphold it with justice and righteousness from this time forth and forevermore. The zeal of Yahweh of hosts will do this." So let's break this down. It says that a child will be born to us, right?
Yeah.
So a child is born, and a son is given to us.
Yes.
"And the government will be upon his shoulders. He will rule, and his name shall be called," the very same concept that we found in Isaiah chapter 7:14, his character. It says his name is Wonderful. Do you guys know why the term wonderful is so important here?
No, I don't know.
It's because it's a term that is only used for God in the Old Testament. Only God's name is wonderful. When God appears to people in the Old Testament, and when the angel of Yahweh appears to people in the Old Testament and they ask him what is his name, he responds, "Why do you ask what my name is, seeing that it is wonderful?" The word doesn't just mean wonderful, it means
can I ask a
impossible to
question?
describe.
Like, not to be ignorant, but could you show us in the Old Testament where it calls God wonderful?
Sure. So we'll go to a few passages in the Old Testament. Yeah, why do you ask my name, seeing it is wonderful? Can you go to, Avery, can you go to Judges chapter 13 and verses 16 through 18?
Can somebody text what he just said? Because I really can't hear you guys. Like, it's so.
I got
Judges 13, verse 16.
Yeah,
Judges 13, 16 to 18.
Yeah, we'll start at verse 15. "So the angel of the Lord has appeared to Manoah
Can you type in the comment section or the chat what?
Yeah.
I'll put it in. Judges 13, 15.
I don't even know how Judges 13, 15.
Yeah. So Manoah and his wife is speaking to the angel of the Lord. He's speaking to the angel of the Lord.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so he asks the question. Manoah begins to speak in verse 15. Manoah said to the angel of the Lord, "Please let us detain you and prepare a young goat for you." The angel of the Lord said to Manoah, "If you detain me, I will not eat your food. But if you prepare a burnt offering, then offer it to Yahweh." For Manoah did not know that he is the angel of the Lord. And
Can I
Manoah
ask a
said,
question?
Yes. Yes, what's your question?
Isn't Jesus portrayed as the angel of the Lord in the Old Testament?
Yes, exactly. Yes, you got it.
Okay, then.
And Manoah said to the angel of the Lord, "What is your name, so that when your words come true, we may honor you?" And the angel of the Lord said to him, "Why do you ask my name, seeing that it is wonderful?" Then I'll just read it from here. So Manoah took the young goat and the grain offering and offered it on the rock to Yahweh, to the one who works wonders. And Manoah and his wife were watching. And when the flame went up towards heaven from the altar, the angel of the Lord went up in the flame of the altar. Now Manoah and his wife were watching, and they fell on their faces to the ground. And the angel of the Lord appeared to no more to Manoah and his wife. Then Manoah knew that he was the angel of the Lord. And pay attention here. And Manoah said to his wife, "We shall surely die, for we have seen God." Manoah and his wife say, "We will surely die, for we have seen God."
Is that in the same chapter?
Yes, same chapter, verse 22. Verses 21 and 22. So Manoah and his wife recognized that the
Can we
angel
go
of the
back to
Lord...
verse 16, please?
Yeah.
About then offer it to the Lord.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why does he say that?
What is in making an offering to the Lord?
Yes, then offer it to the Lord.
Yeah, he's saying because they don't look at the passage. For Manoah did not know that he is the angel of the Lord. He says, "I'm not going to eat your food because you just think I'm a regular guy. You make an altar and offer up and sacrifice, and I'll show you who I am."
Oh.
And this is why he says, "Why do you ask my name, seeing that it is wonderful?" He continues to say, "Don't you get it yet? Don't you know who I am?" And so, as we see from this passage, who is the one whose name is wonderful? It's the angel of the Lord, who is Yahweh, who is Jesus, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And so in Isaiah 9:6, we get it again. This person whose name is wonderful will be born to us. He's called the Counselor, the Paraclete. Jesus says when he goes away, he will send you another Paraclete, the Holy Spirit. But he is called the Mighty God, the El Gibor. This is actually only used of God in Isaiah in the whole of Isaiah. In Isaiah chapter 10, it says that the world will be subject to the mighty God. So again, the mighty God, El Gibor, is only used for the true God of Israel. And then it says the Aviad, the Father of eternity, the one who inhabits eternity, as the Targums and commentaries would note. And then he is the Sar Shalom, the Prince of Peace.
Can I interject real quick? I wanted to ask
please.
something real quick.
Sure.
With Judges, I wanted to touch on both Judges 13 and also Ezekiel 28. Because y'all like kind of flew by that. With Judges 13:18, What do you think about the fact that in some manuscripts, or I believe it's either some manuscripts or the fact that it's translated as understanding and not wonderful. Sometimes it's translated as why do you ask my name, and it's beyond understanding, and not why do you ask my name when you say it is wonderful. What do you think about that?
Because it's referring to the same term. If you listen to me earlier, I described the term, the Hebrew word wonderful, to mean wonderful or beyond understanding. It gives the same connotation.
And is that word only used in reference to God, or is it used
In
in
the Old
reference to
Testament,
other
yeah.
things?
In the Old Testament, yeah. It's
Is that
only
word
used in reference
used?
to God.
Wait, when you say reference to God, do you mean as in saying God
Attributed.
claims that title, or do you mean that's like predicated
Not
onto
the
God?
name of God.
Yes, that it is properly predicated only to him.
Okay. And then also on Ezekiel 28. Yeah, I think I have that open. The thing I see here is that it's saying you aren't God, you're a man. It's saying that it's basically saying it's a tautology, right? It's saying that the negation of God would be man, right? I don't get how your understanding would really work, right? Because
No,
it's saying
well,
the
no
reason
one.
it's negating the fact that it's saying is God is by saying you are man, right? So
No, it's simply bringing down this false king's elevation of himself. It's
Mhm.
not saying, it's not making the claim that God can't become man or God won't become man, because as we're going into the very passages themselves, God is promising that very same thing. To
Yeah,
simply
of course.
repeat the argument as if it's something new is not
No,
actually not actually making a point.
no
It's just
one's
bringing
repeating
up a
it.
refuted point.
Sure, sure. No one's bringing it up as something new. It's just the refutation you brought was not very satisfactory to me. Since you said because of the fact that other places in the Bible we see God referencing God as a man, it would then negate this passage talking about that. We could just pause that could be a discrepancy within theology. You don't have to suppose that there's no imperfection within your theology, right? The fact that you said
No. The problem is that you're drawing an implication that the text doesn't say. So here, what I did when I walked through the text, I just simply dealt with what the text said. Did I not?
Did I not do the same?
No. You're
What
making
did I do different?
you're making an implication that since God demeans this false king by designating his human stature when he tries to elevate himself to godhood is the implied assertion that God can't become man, or that if God does become man, he is therefore no longer God, which is
It's using
not the implication actually found within the text, nor a point made in the text.
the
This
term
is what
"you
we
thou
call
art a man" is used.
this is what we call eisegesis, not
Yeah,
exegesis. Do we
sure, yeah.
understand that God's nature and man's nature are not the same? Of course we
They're
do.
contradictory, actually. That's why the hypostatic union makes no sense. But
So again, whether you agree with the hypostatic union or not is completely irrelevant to the point right now.
I know. Yeah,
What we're saying is that the text that you went to doesn't make the implication that you're making or the assertion that you're making.
It does,
But
actually.
instead, the entirety of the Old Testament makes the exact opposite. So
Is the term
can we focus on
Yeah,
the
you know, real
points that
quick.
we're on now,
I
friend?
just disagree with what you're saying, in all honesty.
Your disagreement is noted, but you have to actually establish it from Isaiah 9:6. So does Isaiah
Wait,
9:6
no, I
contradict the
don't.
point that we've made? First
Wait,
and
no,
foremost, friend.
no, not necessarily. I
What do
don't
you
have to
mean
do
not
that.
necessarily?
What?
Does it
I said I don't have to necessarily establish that. You're presupposing that
What?
there are no discrepancies within theology. If Scripture is saying one There's thing, many contradictions in the Bible. We don't have to get into that. But look, if Scripture is saying something in one place, and you say it can't mean that because some other random place is saying this other thing, you're
I'm not
presupposing that you're
saying it can't mean
wait,
that.
listen.
I'm
You're
saying your
presupposing.
implication is
I
not
know,
found
I
within
understand,
the text.
I'm saying you're presupposing there's no there can't be any discrepancy with the text. I'm saying that
I
when it
didn't
says
make that.
you
I
thou
didn't make
art a
that
man and
presupposition.
not God, it's using the term you are not a man and you are not God. It's a tautology. It's saying it's the same thing. It's a negation of the fact that you're God because you're a man. That's what it's saying.
So again, the underlying
Look,
implication that you're trying to make here is that the hypostatic union doesn't make any sense.
it
So
does.
because apparently you believe that God and man are so opposed to one another that the hypostatic union cannot happen.
I believe
What
the
do you think?
natures of
Oh,
God
okay,
and the nature of man is
we'll change the
contradictory.
subject here, and we'll focus here on your underlying presupposition. What do you believe that the hypostatic union is, friend?
In my understanding, the hypostatic union is basically the fact that, well, some Christians use the term fully, but I know a lot of more critical Christians don't use the term fully and use truly God and truly man, and that the fact that Jesus, or the eternal Logos, right, or the second person of the Godhead, incarnated into a man and holds both the nature of man and the nature of God, a divine nature and a human nature. That's what my understanding is. If I'm incorrect or like use a different word, you can correct me, but that's my understanding.
How?
What do you mean how?
How? Because we tell you how, and the scriptures tell you how. So you said he incarnates. How does incarnation happen?
What do you mean how does incarnation happen? A baby is born and God. I don't get it.
How does incarnation happen?
I don't know. Tell me. How do you mean how does incarnation happen? I don't
No,
get
it. I'm asking you, if you know our theology and you're saying that it doesn't make any sense and that it's contradictory, explain what we believe.
No, I'm not making an archaeological claim. I'm making a logical claim. I'm saying that makes no sense logically.
I didn't say an archaeological claim.
You were speaking about archaeology.
I said if you're claiming that our theology doesn't make any sense, then you must understand how it works in order to say that it doesn't make any logical sense. So explain how incarnation happens, friend.
The fact that incarnation happening is not the same thing as the incarnation itself. I'm negating the logical.
So again,
let me finish real quick.
How does the incarnation happen?
I'm negating the logical coherency of the incarnation itself. I don't care how the incarnation happens.
So what is the incarnation in order to actually analyze it and see its logical inconsistencies or consistencies? Describe what you're critiquing.
I'm critiquing the fact that there's nature of man and human, and that this human is fully human and fully God. Not how he did it.
What do you mean this human is fully human and fully God? Describe what you mean. How does the incarnation happen?
That's not describing what I mean.
Just simply do this. Admit that you don't know how it works and you don't know what you're talking about, and I can explain it to you.
No, I said that. I said if I'm wrong, you can correct me. If I'm not.
You haven't even stated anything in order to correct.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what you're talking about. That's why I said multiple. I'll get your question. What do you mean by how did the incarnation?
So if you don't know what how about this?
I've said that several times.
Hold on, friend. So here, how about this? If you don't know what I'm talking about, then don't make arguments that the concept that I hold doesn't make any sense. Because you're making a knowledge claim. When you make a knowledge claim, the coherency. I'm still speaking, friend.
Okay, I'll let you talk.
When you make a knowledge claim, you're saying that you understand the concept enough to critique it and say that it does not make sense. Avery understands Tawheed.
Sure, I disagree.
And because he understands Tawheed, he can critique it.
Sure. Okay.
So if you understand the incarnation, then you would be able to say that it doesn't make any logical sense. But you just admitted that you don't. So I'm going to teach you what we do. So when God enters into his own creation, yes.
I want to ask a question.
No, wait, no, let him explain.
Let him finish, man. Don't interrupt.
All right. So when God enters into his own creation, he does not meld his divinity into humanity, nor does he convert divinity into humanity. The text says that he tabernacles among us in John chapter 1, verse 14. Do you know what tabernacling means?
What does it mean?
It's a word, specifically in Greek, that is heavy and pregnant with meaning. And it actually refers back to the Old Testament. Do you know that in the Old Testament that God tabernacled with his people? To be with his people?
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me explain what I mean. When God tells Moses to build the tabernacle, he says to build this in the way that I have explained on the mountain. And when Moses builds the tabernacle, what happens in the Old Testament after Moses builds it?
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the Lord dwells within it? I don't know.
Yes. The Shekinah glory comes down and fills the temple. Fills the tabernacle, so much so that Moses can't even go in. So there is something that is physically stopping him.
Okay.
But when God enters into his own creation and unites his presence with a physical tent, does that deny his divinity? Or does that contradict his divinity?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
In my paradigm, I don't believe God can enter creation.
I'm just asking the question.
Yeah, then I would say no. That's a yes, actually, under my belief. Yeah.
God can. He didn't.
So
no, I
That's
disagree.
but
I
but but
disagree
that
that
but
God can do. I disagree that God can do
now we have
impossibilities.
two different positions. One that he can and he just won't, which is just
That guy's a Christian. He's not a Muslim.
denying what the prophets and Moses has said in his Torah, or that God can't even do it because he's not powerful enough.
I disagree with the notion that God can't do it because he's not powerful. I don't think God can do impossibilities.
Wait,
Can God do it?
No, he cannot do it. God also can't do impossibilities. Does that make him not powerful?
So here, how about this? Why is it in your worldview impossible for God to enter into his own creation while retaining his own divinity?
Because God is all powerful, and by virtue of that, his infinite nature.
I don't think it's impossible.
He cannot come into a finite
Don't you
place.
just think it doesn't befit him?
I don't. Not even that. I think he can't. I don't think God. Wait.
Hold on. That's a good question.
Let me finish.
Hold on. That's a good question.
Can I finish?
Hold on. He asked that. He made a very good statement.
Can we not
He said that it doesn't befit his majesty. Who determines that?
Well, him.
Himself.
So where does he say that entering into his own creation does not befit his majesty? In the Quran.
Numbers 23. Oh, I'm talking about the
Bible. And Numbers 23 doesn't say that.
He was so ready with a Bible.
He was so quick to go to the Dhamma script.
Okay, can I continue? I don't think God can.
I want my question answered.
I didn't posit.
Just give me a moment,
the claim, so I'm not gonna.
That was kind of funny.
Answer
I wasn't asking you directly. I was waiting for anyone to make the claim, or anyone.
It says in the Quran he doesn't beget or he doesn't begotten.
So,
he doesn't begot children.
Okay,
that's what it says.
But that doesn't mean that he's not able to enter into his own creation.
Yeah, it doesn't say he can't go in human form in the Quran.
Exactly.
So where does this guy get this from?
So where does he get this from?
I don't know.
So again, you're putting your own standards upon God, which God did not put on himself. You're speaking for God.
Do you think God can do impossibilities? Things that are impossible?
What makes God entering into his own creation impossible?
Okay.
No, I'm not answering. I'm asking you a separate question.
No, I'm getting to the point of your leading question. So answer this question.
Do you think God can? I'm not positing that's impossible. I'm saying, do you think God can do possibilities?
Depends on the term impossibility. When you're referring to logical impossibilities, for example, can God create a rock so heavy he cannot lift? Correct. That is an impossibility, and God cannot do that. Okay. Can God lie? No, because he by nature is the truth, and he says it is impossible for God to lie. It is not because of any defect within him, but because his perfections make it incapable for him to tell anything but the truth. So
come on,
I'm going to
BD.
ask you the question, my friend. Where does Allah say that it is impossible for him to enter into his own creation and yet retain his omnipresence, his omnipotence, and his omniscience?
Do you think our only source of epistemic knowledge is revelation?
If we're talking specifically about how God has revealed himself and God's own standards, I think revelation would be the best place to go.
Do you think it's our only epistemic source of getting knowledge on God? For example, how about this? Can you prove to me?
Can my question be answered?
Logically, yeah, God can do it. God can do it.
Look. So, for example, can you prove to me God exists without scripture?
Like Allah can take on a human body if
enough with the Muslim shuffle. I want an answer to my question.
It's not. I'm trying to prove to you that revelation isn't our only way to get knowledge on God.
So are you admitting that God doesn't say that he can't do it?
Regardless if he does or not, I'm saying it doesn't matter.
I'm just
Wait.
asking you whether or not he has.
No, he hasn't.
Can you
And-
answer a question directly?
I'm saying it doesn't matter because there's other ways to get it. If the answer is yes,
can I get a direct answer, please?
The answer is
if the
no.
answer is yes or if the answer is no, it does not matter.
Yo, bro, stop being around the
Can I
bush. He
get
wants a
an
direct
answer?
answer. Give
Can I
him a
get
direct
an
answer.
You can presuppose no, and I don't care. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter.
No,
I'm
he's not asking
asking-
what. He's
I'm
not telling
I'm
you
not
to
talking about
presuppose.
presupposing. I
Dude,
want an
answer
actual
the
answer.
question.
I'm
Just say
telling you.
no,
Okay,
bro.
here.
Not
How about
that
this?
hard.
Here. Okay, here. No, he doesn't say that. Okay, sure.
So,
What if I
so
said
it
that?
doesn't
What's
say
wrong
it.
with that?
So,
Sure.
so if God doesn't say it, how are you going to say that God can't do something that He never
Oh
said
my
that he
god, that was what I was trying to get before, but you didn't want me to freaking finish, man. I'm
I
saying
just want
we can get
you to be
knowledge of
honest with what
God.
your text says.
Look, God, but our revelation isn't the only way to get knowledge on God. Revelation is inductive. So that's not our only epistemic source. Ibn Taymiyyah talks about this. Rationality is a deductive argumentation is one way. Revelation, there's multiple ways. There's 3 ways actually in our theology. So for you to say that our only way to get knowledge of God is revelation in itself is fallacious because you cannot prove
the
God
deductive
exists.
argument which says that your God is incapable of entering into His own creation without becoming not God. Make the deductive argument.
Because God is all powerful and infinite. This universe is finite.
So
how can something finite? How can something finite?
God and His omnipotence can't enter into a finite space
God is infinite.
without diminishing His own finiteness.
How can God enter something finite?
Yes, Avery.
I want to know the person speaking. Where does Allah go every night at every third of the night?
That's a good question.
How about this? Do you understand what Ibn Taymiyyah and Athari Aqidah believes about that? What do we posit? When we talk about Allah's nuzul or His descent, it is simply referring to a getting relationally closer, because Allah never leaves His makan. Makan refers to a place. When we talk about, it's the same thing that we talk about, like Christian philosophers talk about as well. What?
Go upon.
What does the word descend mean?
Why does that matter?
Because it says Allah descends.
It says God. Wait, it says God laughs in the Bible. Does that mean He's like literally like giggling?
Yeah, our God can laugh. Our God can laugh.
Yes, our God.
Does your God have a throat and teeth and lips?
Yeah,
and
so now instead of the deviation, now can you answer? What is the word?
No,
descend
I'm not. I'm not. I'm looking at it.
Okay, so what does the word descend
literal?
mean?
Descend.
You want to pause talking about it's literal. So now I'm saying the same to you.
What is the word descend?
Literally or laughing literally?
God's command descends through the heaven.
What does giggling literally entail?
Can we stop like?
Is he able to answer the question or not?
Stop deviating.
What does giggling literally entail?
It's weird because even his own fellow Muslim is correcting him on and actually being honest.
Mazen isn't a Muslim, man.
I'm not a Muslim. Yeah,
he's not a Muslim. Stop trying to say he's fellow Muslim. He's not a Muslim, my guy. So
well,
please
I'm
stop.
sorry.
He's been
the one actually representing your deen. So
he's a Christian. He doesn't know my deen, man.
He's a Christian.
My apologies. So he's actually been more honest than anyone else.
Mazen, are you a Muslim or a Christian?
I'm a Muslim, bro.
You just said you're not a Muslim.
Wow,
he was being sarcastic.
He just became a Muslim.
He was being sarcastic.
He just became Muslim now.
I'm just.
No, he was being sarcastic with y'all.
Well,
y'all don't hear sarcasm when y'all hear it.
This guy's a hypocrite.
Why?
It doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter if he's a Muslim. No, I'm not gonna lie. I don't care.
Why is he a hypocrite for holding you guys accountable?
He's just being honest.
Nah. He just said he's a Christian.
When did I say that?
He was being sarcastic.
Say that?
No, he was being sarcastic.
It doesn't matter what he is. I don't care.
No, I didn't hear him say that he was a Christian.
Well, I heard him. As bad as my connection is, I heard the sarcasm.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Even if he is, it doesn't matter.
I'm a Muslim.
It doesn't matter.
So nevertheless, my point still stands. He's able to actually answer the question. Can you?
What question have I answered?
What does descent
mean? What haven't I answered?
What does descent mean?
When it's speaking about Allah, it's speaking about Him getting relationally closer to us.
So he has to get relationally closer in the third part of the night?
That means He's getting closer. He's listening to our prayers. Because that's when we're praying. What?
So before he's not listening,
he gets relationally.
No, it means he's closer to us. That's all it means. That
So he wasn't that close before this third part of the night.
Yeah, at the third part of the night, that's when Allah gets closer to you.
Yeah, because that's when people are usually asleep. Those who are awake and praying to God, who are trying their best to go out and find
people aren't
God.
awake and praying to God during the prayers.
That's the morning. I'm talking about near the end of the night.
It's at like 5 a.m.
Let's talk about the night prayer.
Yeah,
midnight prayer.
Yeah, the night prayer. You guys have the morning prayer. You guys have the
midnight prayer.
Noon prayer.
It's extra. It's not obligatory.
No, it's not. It's one of the.
So Allah is closer to you during your night prayer than He is your afternoon or morning.
Also says
Allah is closer to the going above and beyond and doing more than you're supposed to and trying.
Yeah, the Quran says Allah is closer to you than your jugular vein. But I guess that's only. Is that only?
How does that?
Is that only during the third part of the night or what?
Wait. How is that analogous?
Well, you're saying that during the night prayer, that's when Allah gets relationally closer to you during your night prayer. So before that, He's not as close to you.
He's not as close to the person who's doing it, yeah. Because they're waking up and striving for God, and therefore she's getting closer to us. We're getting close to Him as well because we're striving
for the person who's striving for God in the daytime, is he just as close with Allah as the person praying at that nighttime?
Because that person striving at night is also striving in the day. So that person is doing more than the other person, and God is closer to him. He's getting closer to God, and God's getting closer to him.
So the person praying at night.
This is just semantics. I don't know what you're talking about.
Than the person praying in the daytime.
The person who's praying both at night and at daytime and doing more than he's supposed to, going above and beyond. Yeah, God is closer to him, and he's getting closer to God.
Wait, so now it's both. I'm so confused.
Yeah, because God isn't going to give to someone who's not fulfilling his obligations. How do you do more? How can you do more than what you're supposed to if you don't fulfill your obligations?
At first, okay. At first, Allah.
This is just semantics. You're like trying to make a point
to you at the night prayer. Please don't interrupt me. At first, Allah is closer to you, like in the night, because that's your night prayer. But now you're saying that, well, really, He's closer to the person who does both the daytime and the night prayer, as opposed to someone who doesn't. That's not my question. My question is simple. When a person is praying in the daytime and he prays at night, when he prays in the daytime, is he just as close as he is to Allah when he prays at night, or is Allah closer to him when he does the night prayer above the day prayer? He's doing both.
Not above. I'm saying during the night is when most people are sleeping. And during this time, people don't usually get up. They've already done their obligations. This is something on top of that more. And because of that, they get closer to God and God gets closer to them. I don't get what's wrong with that. You're just like, this is semantics right now, my guy.
Okay. So according to what you're saying that Allah is closer when you pray the night prayer.
Yes.
Well, what have I been saying the past 5 6
when you pray the day prayer?
No, bro, you're beating around the bush.
Amazing.
So when He descends, He's not actually descending.
It's not physical because scholars know that he doesn't leave his makan. His essence is what.
But that's what it says. He's descending. Descending literally means to move from one place to another.
Okay, yeah, laughing literally means or chuckling. Do you think God is chuckling with lips and tongues and blah blah blah?
Do you believe that spiritual?
Your Allah is laughing.
Right. So hold on.
I'm talking about you, not me.
Hold on. Your God is able to speak, but He doesn't have physical vocal cords. He is able to have His kalam, His word, proceed
exactly.
From his mouth,
that's my point. That's my point. Exactly.
But I'm not done, bro. So He's able to speak, but He doesn't have a human body like we do. However, that does not mean that those things are merely theoretical. There is actual audio coming from Allah. And so when God descends, there is an actual movement from place to place. It doesn't mean that like how we do, where we literally walk from one place to place, but it would be a real descent because words have meaning.
Yeah, but do you know? We posit analogical predication. That's what we. That's what
A what?
Analogical predication.
So it's basically
Based
an
on
analogy.
what?
No one said it's an analogy. Analogical predication is not an analogy.
What is an analogy? What is that?
Analogical predication, for example, with Allah's hand, or Allah's yed, Allah's shin, or Allah's face, these are things that
Are
are only
analogies.
analogically predicated on them. Not
So
analogies.
these are
Analogically
analogies.
predicated on. Analogically predicated on them. That means they only share the name of God.
So these
when
are
it's been talked about-
analogies.
An analogy.
Oh my god.
That's literally. Hold on, friend. In the word analogical predication, what is the root of the
It
first
doesn't matter
word?
if the word sounds like
Yeah, forget all of that.
Search-
Let's jump straight to the case.
This is nonsense.
What about when
Search
Allah?
up what
Hold on.
analogical
What about when Allah appears to the mountain and causes Moses to faint? Did he not appear? Did he not really appear? Is that analogous?
What do you mean?
When Allah in chapter 7, verse 143 appeared to the mountain and
Mhm.
caused it to crumble, was that analogous, or did he really appear, as the Quran
It's not
says he
something
did?
that he physically appeared in the world, no.
So
It's
what
something that
happened? Because
rather-
it says that he
something that
appears to the
rather-
mountain. and
Something
caused it
that
to crumble.
rather he showed to simply both Moses and to I think Moses.
It says that he
Moses-
showed himself. It says he
Yeah.
showed himself.
Yeah, but I'm saying the modality of it exactly isn't about like him appearing in the world, right? So
That's what it says, though. It says he appeared in the world to the mountain, which caused it to crumble.
Yeah, but I'm saying when we talk
So
about what God is doing in his modality, what he does exactly, the modality of how he does things, we don't know, right? But when it talks about him coming and showing himself to the mountain, does not mean he came into the world.
Ibn Abbas said the modality of this is that Allah showed his pinky finger.
Okay, yeah.
How did you hear that?
Even if that's true,
So,
okay.
So Allah really did enter creation, showed his pinky finger to the mountain.
No,
Why did Ibn Abbas say that?
I just said to you, that doesn't mean he's actually appearing in the world.
So is Ibn Abbas wrong?
Where he said he appeared to the world. He didn't say he appeared. He just said he showed his pinky finger.
He said he showed his pinky finger.
Does that mean he entered the world? Does that mean he entered the world?
Yeah, he showed his pinky finger to the mountain, which caused it to crumble. Where's the mountain? Is it in the world or not?
Does that mean he entered the world?
Is the mountain in the world or not in the world?
Can God not reveal something to you, not be in the world?
Is the mountain in the world or is out of the world?
It's obviously not in the world, but that's why I asked you a common question.
Wait, so you said the mountain is not in the world?
I said it's obviously in the world, so I asked you a question.
It's in the world. So when it says that Allah appeared and showed himself to the mountain that's in the world, Allah showed himself and appeared in the world.
Which is why I rebutted and said, can God not show you something in the world while not entering the world? Can he not do so?
I'm wondering how that, if that's the case, I'm wondering how that works.
Yeah, give me an example of this.
I'm asking, can he do so?
I need an example because I don't see how.
I'll give you an example. You see when the Israelites killed someone in the Quran and they got brought back to life in front of them. That's an example.
That's in the world.
Yeah, but it's an example of God.
So anyway, so your Quran says that Allah appeared in the world to the mountain. Ibn Abbas says that Allah showed the tip of his. Please don't interrupt me. Please don't interrupt me. Please don't interrupt me. Please don't interrupt me. Ibn Abbas says that Allah showed the tip of his little finger to the mountain, which caused it to crumble. So is Ibn Abbas wrong for saying that yes, Allah did show himself up in the world? Matter of fact, it was just the tip of his finger.
Him showing his finger, even if he said that, does not mean he entered the world. And you're positing that you have
him showing his finger doesn't mean he showed it, guys.
No, it doesn't mean he's physically in the world.
Where is he?
God is in his Makan.
Where is Allah?
Why you said generation no chain?
Allah is in his Makan.
So when he shows his finger to the mountain that's in the world that causes it to crumble, it means that Allah actually isn't showing himself and appearing?
No, him showing something does not mean he's in the world physically. He doesn't leave his Makan.
He showed himself. It says he appeared. Do you know what the word appear means?
That doesn't mean he left his Makan. He revealed it.
What does the word appear mean?
It said he revealed himself to the mountain, not that he appeared.
What does the
to
word
the,
appear
the
mean?
mountain.
What
It
does
says
the word
reveal,
appear
not,
mean?
does it not say reveal?
Okay, so the
This is Islam, man.
the common
Avery, what's the chain for that report of Ibn Abbas saying that?
Go to Ibn Kathir's
the
Tafsir on
common
747, 143.
interpretation is
Breaks
that
it down. And it's in Jami al-Tirmidhi.